express my opinions and my thoughts on a bunch of different topics throughout the day, but I don't really spend a lot of time giving you any kind of updates on myself, mostly because I find that to be totally irrelevant to everything that I talk about. I just share my expertise, especially on this channel, when it comes to exercise, fitness, nutrition, mindset, preparation, all of that fun stuff, and then my political views, my societal takes over on the main channel. I enjoy doing it all, okay? And lately, things have been completely and utterly insane. Hence why I wanted to start up this channel to maybe potentially put something good out into the universe. It was just a little thing that I thought I can do in order to make things in these darkest of times, even though, yeah, it's still very bright outside. The sun is still up, and it's a beautiful first day of fall out there. Congratulations, we made it through 3/4 of another year. But it's kind of my way of just decompressing and kind of giving back a little bit. I'm not really good at doing this type of stuff, but that's just the overall attempt of what I'm trying to do with the secondary channel. And this is really just turning into a teenage girl blog post. But hopefully, if we're ever fortunate enough to meet in person, we'll be able to have very engaging conversations. Magical person who I don't know who you are out there, or maybe I'm not even talking to anybody. Who knows? But I feel better doing it. Mostly because yelling, ranting, explaining things into a camera is nothing like what you'd experience with the face-to-face meeting. Like, it's really weird to be talking about personal trainer-esque things without, having a subject or a client across from you. Like, in my field of expertise, you need to be able to see the body functions. You need to be able to see the body language of the people that are out there and see their movements in order to judge if you're doing something correct or not. But thanks to nebulous forces in the government locking everybody down for so long, that just hasn't been possible for a very long time. So you sever that human-to-human connection for 19 months at this point. You start to lose the little tiny things, just the little extra things that make life worth living. Don't let yourself forget perspective on that, okay? I know it's something that I struggle with a lot, and lately it's been seeming like a lot of conspiring forces to make people sadder, more frightened, scared, and less kind in general. And we talk about a lot of things, but kindness, well, it's not a guiding principle. It's not really something that you should be prioritizing, but it is necessary. Common courtesy, being pleasant, being honest, all of those things I would put ahead of simply kindness, but in approaching people with respect first and foremost, that's a good general principle in life. So we have this article here. You've tried it all, from deep breathing, taking a nap, to venting to your friends. They went 1 for 3 with me. Deep breathing's fine. Naps I don't take during the day. I find them to be an exorbitant waste of time. And venting to your friends, joke's on you, I don't have any. Why not try a little kindness? Yeah, stress can be an epidemic these days, and if we're not careful, today's stress can become tomorrow's anxiety, depression, or worse. Oh no. But as we seek ways to help ourselves, perhaps the solution actually lies in helping others. It turns out that when we put our own troubles aside and focus on energy, being kind and helping others, our stress levels decrease. Not to the point where you become a doormat for anybody else, or just banging your head against the wall trying to make somebody into a good person when they don't want that for themselves. Don't become that person, but always just be the first person to extend your good nature. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of, my mistake, but rather the actions that you will be satisfied with long term. Turns out when we put our own troubles aside and focus on energy, on being kind and helping others, our stress levels decrease. Kindness positively impacts hormonal levels in our body, leading to both mental and physical benefits. For example, those who strive to be kind have 23% less cortisol, stress hormones. Stress is important though when you're exercising, but anyways, and age slower than the average population. Kindness also stimulates the production of serotonin, the feel-good hormone, helping calm the mind and elevate mood. Hence the old saying, it's always better to give than receive. Not only do stress levels decrease, but so does blood pressure and pain level. And it can be other kinds of chemicals like endorphins and oxytocin. Oxytocin dilates blood vessels, which in turn help decrease blood pressure. Words are tough. While endorphins act as the body's natural painkillers. And while feeling a little sluggish, try spreading some kindness from the natural energy boost. A Yale study published in the Clinical Psychology Science psychological science, words are very difficult, found that basic politeness helps to decrease stress levels. Participants were asked to track how often they performed pro-social behaviors every day over a 2-week period. Performing behaviors as simple as asking someone if they need help or opening a door for someone led participants to rate their mood as more positive when compared to days when they were not as helpful. These results suggest that even brief periods of supporting or helping others might help to mitigate the negative emotional effects of daily stress. Research finds that 55 and older who volunteered for 2 or more organizations are less likely to die early, a staggering 44% less likely. Wow, that is actually pretty impressive. So what kind of kindness do people recommend? Well, let's see. Because kindness can mean a lot of different things, and being selfish isn't one way to live your life, or isn't a good way to live your life in general, but also being selfless can leave yourself totally and utterly unfulfilled and just a slave to the emotions and the whims of other people. So where's that happy medium? Where's that nice little balance? So if you find ourselves a little rusty on flexing our kindness muscle, don't despair. Kindness can be learned. It's kind of like weight training. Let's see. We found that people can actually build up their compassion muscle and respond to others suffering with care and a desire to help. Helen Wang, a graduate student in clinical psychology and lead author, wrote in the 2013 paper on brain and compassion. And the great thing is, kindness is contagious. Good deeds catch on. Like a yawn, which means kindness, and as a crowd can spread like ripples through a pond. Greek philosopher Aristotle, you heard of that guy? He's pretty smart. The purpose of life is to serve others and do good. That's interesting. I might posit a different take, but we'll get to that in a minute. If research is any indication, acts of kindness, serving others may be the recipe for combating stress and maintaining good health. Well, that was kind of useless. The moral of the story, be positive, but don't just be positive in the ways that, I'm just going to think good thoughts because I read The Message or whatever that self-serving book is, and I'm just going to put it up on my focus board or my image board, and I'm just going to wish things into existence because I'm being a positive, smart person. You have to manifest those ideas. You have to allow them to be your guiding principles so that you can start taking steps forward, okay? You want to be a great writer? Don't just think about writing. Take a set amount of time a day out of your schedule and dedicate that to writing. Lock yourself away in a room if that's what you need. Put on a little bit of piano music. That's what I do. And then just write, okay? Write for an hour. See if you can get some good work done within an hour, even if it's just a couple of sentences, even if it's just a page, okay? You need to take those positive feelings, what you want to accomplish, and you need to do something with them. So the purpose of life, of course, I don't have the answer to that. I don't have an idea as to what that is. Aristotle says, to serve other peoples and to serve others and do good. That's a wonderful idea. But I think that the purpose of life is to improve yourself to a point where you can do good for others, where you're not going to be a net negative for others, where you're going to be the best possible thing you can be, and then start working the way up where you can start helping out your family, then you can start helping out your community, and then maybe you can get good enough to start tackling some of the world's largest problems effectively instead of just yelling into the sky that stop getting warmer and where's more atmosphere, because that's not going to help anybody, just as it is just sitting at home just trying to be kind. I'm going to be kind to the mailman if he ever shows up. They come to the big box at the end of the street. They don't really come and knock on your door anymore, and don't hold out hope for the milkman either. With that said, guys, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Doc Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.